Hey, I wanted to take a moment before the video starts to let you know that I'm in the historic cemetery in my neighborhood. So when the video's over, I'm going to share a few pictures of the beautiful cemetery. Thanks so much. Well, hi, I'm Laura and welcome to the channel. Well, today we're going to be talking about that feeling of, I'm going to use the word failure. I hate the word. But as we transition out of our full-time jobs, hopefully you planned for your retirement. Sometimes we get called in the office and find out that we're retiring that day. Maybe your health has just forced you to cut back. But I think in the back of our minds, we don't contemplate that we're going to be unhappy in retirement, right? It's something we look forward to. And quite honestly, I feel a little bit like I've failed because I'm not feeling as happy, as self-fulfilled, as driven, as motivated, as successful as I was in both my volunteer and civic work, but also in my career. Now, I don't want to use the word failure as like there's no hope. I've got a lot of hope, but I'm feeling like a failure this week, and that's the best word to use. And when I talk about success, because I will use that word a couple of times, success isn't a money thing. Yeah, I guess for some people it is, but for me, success is that feeling of fulfillment, that you have accomplished something, that you have challenged yourself, that you have made a difference. And I love that feeling. That's what's motivated me for years. I don't know about you, but many of us need a plan. We need to have some place to go and something to do, and that kind of keeps us centered. I'm not feeling centered right now. So I'll share a story. Last week I took my own advice, and that was to continue to participate in the association for the industry that I was in. And I've mentioned before, I think it's a great place to stay connected. Maybe you were a teacher, maybe you were a nurse, whatever field you were in, maybe you had the opportunity to participate in conferences or retreats or even conventions. And many of those organizations have social memberships. And so I made the decision to kind of stay connected to people that worked in my industry that I've seen at conventions, gosh, for the last 20, 25 years. And this week they were coming to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So I signed up and paid my money. I was super excited to see people that I hadn't seen in a really long time. Well, I think it was probably too early, because while I learned a lot and I really enjoyed myself, I enjoyed seeing everyone, it made me profoundly aware of how much was going to change, how much had already changed, but how much was going to continue to change. So I guess I'm still in that phase of uncertainty with retirement. I had a month of the honeymoon phase and everything was great. I was cleaning my house one room at a time. I got out my old cross stitch and started working on Christmas ornaments. I got so many things done that I had put off. I will tell you, today's Saturday, and I went to Hobby Lobby today to get some craft stuff for Christmas ornaments. Oh my gosh. The one great thing about retirement is you do not need to go to Hobby Lobby on Saturday. You go to Hobby Lobby on Tuesday afternoon when all the moms are picking their kids up from school. So I learned that today. But I was just a little down in the dumps the last 2 days because life has gone on. My company is closed, but all the other operators who I've known over the years, life has gone on and they're up to new things, trying new things, learning new things, going new places. And I'm not in that circle anymore. I noticed groups of people kind of breaking off and chatting about the latest this and the latest that, and I realized that I just have to suck it up a little bit. There are going to be things that they're talking about that I'm just not involved with anymore. Deals, people selling, people buying, and that's just not my life anymore. So I think what I've learned is, and I'll continue to learn, is that the success that I had, and again, that feeling of fulfillment that I had for decades in the workplace doing what I loved, it's going to be hard to replace. And I don't know that I will ever replace it exactly, but I think I need to be a little more realistic of what my expectations are moving forward. I'm going to have to try some things, some that are going to work and some that aren't going to work. And there are going to be good days and there are going to be blue days. So again, I use that word failure. I hate using that word failure. But yeah, last week I felt like I just hadn't found my thing yet. I go into everything really optimistic. Oh, maybe I'll love this new group. I'll love this new hobby. I'll take a class. Oh, I love this. And then I realize it's not for me. And it's made me realize that as we're planning what retirement looks like, we're often thinking more of the financial side of retirement. And yes, maybe big life changes like where do we want to live, where are our kids living, but there's all that little in-between stuff that we really don't think about. We think that the happiness and the relaxation and the rest is going to be so welcome that we don't have anything to think about and nothing to worry about, and we won't be wanting for anything, right? But for me, my retirement is going to be about finding something that still keeps me centered, that makes me feel good, that fills me up and allows me to get that feeling of giving back that I always loved. Well, drop a comment. I hope you'll subscribe. Let me know how you're dealing with the ups and downs of retirement. Maybe you're getting ready to retire. Maybe you're in the middle of what I'm in the middle of. Or maybe, you've been doing this and you're an old hat. But we would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. I look forward to seeing you the next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Well, this is the beautiful Hood Cemetery. It's an historic cemetery, one of the Texas Historical Commission spots. And if you can see there, it was established on the farm of the Peters colonist, Thomas Hood, who lived from 1823 to 1859. Came to Texas from Missouri, and a lot of the people who settled in this area also came from Missouri. But interesting, Lonesome Dove all happened here in this area too, and the old church and the old cemetery is still here in the town where I live. So I just want to share a little bit of a view of this. I want to be really careful walking around here. Our neighborhood actually takes care of this cemetery, and there are beautiful wildflowers in the spring. We've got 1867. There are some settlers buried in here that go back to the 1700s, and most of the stones are, have either been destroyed by the harsh weather and time, quite frankly. But there's some beautiful spots back here. Kind of take you. I want to say this is at least a good acre. I kind of take for granted that I get to walk around here and look at this beautiful place. But I thought today I'd stop and share it since I did the video sitting on a little bench. just for anyone that might have an interest. I actually am obsessed with old cemeteries, and whenever I'm traveling, I try to take the time to visit them. Yeah, there's 1902. Oh, look at some of these, so tiny. I want to be careful and walk. I'm going to walk this way. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Just beautiful. Quite a few old headstones here. We have beautiful flowers, irises, daffodils, tulips that come in. You can kind of see they've been cut back by an overexcited landscaper probably. But it's really beautiful. So just wanted to let you know where I was sitting today when I was doing my video. And I've also walked by this a couple of times in other videos and promised to share. Let's see if we have, stay over to the side. Really beautiful. Just gorgeous. Well, there you have the Hood Cemetery. Take care. Bye-bye.